Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 16 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Amber Run 2-1. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and if your screen name is in reference to this season of Big Brother, you're hilarious. So if you guys want to be house guest of the day, just send me a private message on YouTube. Alright, so power veto ceremony. Hayden used it on Victoria. Frankie put up Amber in her place. Zach made his speech, and if you want to get more details on that, you should check out yesterday's spoiler, because I go really in depth. Alright, so I guess that's a mission accomplished for Team America, because they were all talking about how they have $15,000 now. So I guess it counted, even though it was just Zach and no, you know, there was no what is that, counterplay? There was none of that, but it went on for more than 20 seconds, so I guess it counts. You know what I have to say? This wedding is horseshit. Alright, so there's been a lot of fallout from this power veto ceremony. Amber is feeling very betrayed, and I don't blame her. She's wondering why she went up on the block instead of Zach, because she's under the impression that everyone else wanted Zach up, because everyone's lying to her. So she said there's something fishy in Denmark, or the Big Brother house. She's like, yeah, all of the remaining girls were nominated this week. Hello! We on the outside have been pointing this out to you for weeks. So the guys are all acting like Zach, they had no idea that Zach was going to make this speech at the ceremony, and Amber's like, I saw Zach and Caleb making eye contact and smiling the whole time, so it's pretty obvious that at least Caleb knew, but he's denying it. So she's talking to people and she's like, okay, there's a reason that I didn't want to get into a relationship in this house. I'm not going to say it here. I lost someone. She said, like, oh, it's a sob story, but I'm not going to go ahead and share that with everyone and try to use that to get votes. So, like, she won't share her sob story, but she keeps on referencing it. So it's kind of like the same thing, but I have to say, I'm on Team Amber in this situation. No should be enough of a reason. She shouldn't have to have a reason why she doesn't want to date or have a showmance with someone. She should just be able to say, no, I don't want it. Okay, so the girls and the guys, so everyone, I don't know why I wrote that, are all enacting Operation Brittany, because they want to tell Amber that she's safe this week. They don't want to be annoyed by her campaigning, and also I think these people are freaking thirsty for a blindside, because once you get a taste of it, you can't stop. So, you know what's really sad though? Amber is saying that the only people that she can trust in the house right now are Derek and Cody. No! Alright, so Frankie is majorly trying to cover his butt with Caleb. He wants Caleb to be so upset with Amber that he's okay with everyone voting her out this week. So he tells Caleb that Amber is spilling all of this information to Nicole, just like he said that he thought she would. So he's like, yeah, Amber's down there right now with Nicole, telling her all about the bomb squad. She's trying to start another girls' alliance. No, that didn't happen. Frankie completely made it up. So Amber goes ahead and confronts Caleb. She's like, what the hell's going on? I hear you are responsible for this. And he's a total D-bag to her. He tries to like read this Bible passage to her about trust. He's like, listen to this. And he tries to read it. She's like starting to walk out the door. She's pissed off. He's like, no, wait, come back. So she's like, you know why I didn't talk to you the last few days? Because Zach told me not to talk to you. And he's just like, what? And he's like, well, it wasn't just me, like, a lot of people in the alliance said that they wanted you up, and he says because of things like Frankie saying that Amber told Nicole about the bomb squad. So Amber's like, well, that's not true, I never said that. So Caleb is like, well, it's all good because I got the power to save you, it's up to me. So now that Amber has told Caleb that she did not spill the bomb squad secret, which is not a secret, to Nicole, Caleb goes ahead and talks to Nicole, and he's like, did Amber ever talk to you about an alliance? And she's like, no, what the hell are you talking about? So she said that Zach is the one who told her that the bomb squad is still a thing, and I do remember that happening earlier this week because he was trying to freak people out. He was trying to mess with Nicole, so that is true. And Caleb is realizing very slowly, as slowly as possible, that Zach and Frankie lied to him. Duh. So Nicole is just like, I'm still really confused. So she goes and talks to Frankie, and she's like, what the hell's going on? Because I'm hearing that you're throwing my name around. So he explains the situation to her, and she's just like, all right, I'll cover for you. Why would you do that? Why would you cover for Frankie? He's seriously putting your game in danger. But anyway, Caleb goes ahead and confronts Frankie about the lie. And Frankie is like, all right, I'm going to go get Nicole right now, because she said that she was going to cover for him. So Frankie is like putting some major spin on this whole situation. He gets super pissy with Caleb. There's like tons of redirecting in this conversation. He redirects everything to Amber's manipulating you, you look like a loser, Amber doesn't like you, Amber said you suck, Amber hates you, you're a loser. So Caleb is like, I don't know what to think anymore. I'm just like, what? So Nicole is still in a tizzy. She's confused. So she's like, Frankie dragged me into this whole mess. It's not cool. Frankie is trying to pass off all of the blame in the situation on Zach. So she's talking to Hayden about the situation, and Hayden's like, yeah, I knew about this. I knew about this plan all along. Totally getting deja vu to yesterday. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. Like, we don't need to tell you these things because you're safe. Like, who cares? You don't need to know things as long as we keep you safe. That's messed up. So she says that she feels like Danielle Murphy from Big Brother 14 when like no one tells her anything and they just use her, and I totally see that comparison in that respect. So I'd be pretty pissed if I were her. But Hayden just keeps acting like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine. This is the second time in 2 days that he's had this conversation with her. Alright, so Caleb is starting to freak out because he realizes that he really effed up and Amber is probably going home this week. So he says to Derek, now I'm the one who feels like a douchebag. I just wanted her number and now I'm getting nothing. Is that really what you have to say? You're upset because you're not going to get her number? It's just like everything that comes out of Caleb's mouth, it's like the Peanuts cartoons, and he's a teacher, and instead of wah, 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 it's me, me. So he's like busting up this girl's chance at $500,000, and he's just like, I'm not gonna get her number. So Caleb starts actively campaigning for Amber to stay. And Derek is talking to him, he's like, I don't think that's such a good idea, bruh. You really want to be in the minority? It's not a good look for you. So Caleb is like, well, I just really want her to make jury. I think we all know why you want her to make jury. I guarantee you, if Amber was the first jury member, Caleb would freaking volunteer to go home the next week so that he could be alone in that jury house with her for a whole week. Alright, so everyone in the bomb squad is agreeing that they're going to tell Caleb and Amber this week that Amber is going to be safe. Like I said, Operation Brittany. They want to fool her, they want to blindside her, they don't want to deal with the drama. So they're saying, yeah, it's going to be hilarious when Caleb and Amber are shocked when it's an 8-1 vote for her to go home. Alright, so let's switch it up real quick. There was an interesting conversation between Nicole and Victoria last night, as interesting as any conversation between them could be. It was about Hayden because there is some jealousy in the air. So Nicole's just like, Victoria, just tell me if you like Hayden, cause like, what's going on here? So Victoria's like, no, we're just friends. We're like Lane and Brittany from season 12. I wouldn't be too reassured if somebody told me that. But yeah, you can tell, like, they're both really jealous of each other's relationships with Hayden, and it's like, because they were both talking about this conversation with different people throughout the rest of the night. I could see some issues with that love triangle down the road. Alright, back to the drama, the other drama. Nicole was in the beehive room with Frankie and Christine. She was like, Frankie, I'm gonna have to talk to Amber about this situation eventually. Tell me what to say. What am I supposed to say to her? So Frankie is like coaching her along, and then who comes in the room? Amber. Alright, so, oh shit. Frankie takes control of the situation. He's pinning everything on Caleb. He's like, Caleb told me to put you up. It's not my fault. It's not what I wanted to do, but I did it. You know what? You still did it. You didn't have to listen to him, and it was your idea anyway. But the whole time, like I said, Frankie's taking control of this. Nicole is freaking sitting there in the corner on the verge of tears, just like, the whole time. She barely says anything. I seriously thought she was about to, like, start sobbing. Again, Christine also was just sitting there, just listening the whole time. What are you doing? So, Amber pulls out the old, I don't want to go home before Zach and Victoria. Yeah, that campaign strategy didn't really work for Brittany last week. I don't see it working this week. But she's like, yeah, I really think that Zach has a hand in all of this. I think you're right, but at the same time, I think pretty much everyone had a hand in this. So they're like trying to placate her, and they promise her, yes, we're gonna tell you beforehand if you're going home this week, but you're totally safe. Let me pull out my After Dark owl. Okay, so another interesting conversation last night between, this time it was Hayden and Donnie. They had a little strategy chat on the hammock, and they were talking about Frankie, and they're like, he's like really well liked in the house, so he's gonna have to go soon. What? So they also say that they both trust Cody even more than they trust Zach, and that kind of upsets me because I know that Cody is just going to take whatever information he gets from them and take it straight to Derek, and I think that Zach would actually maybe work with them and split off from the whole former bomb squad. So that's what I would like to see happen, but I'm getting a little worried with them saying that they trust Cody more. So the funniest part about this whole thing, while this conversation was happening, Frankie and Derek were inside, and they're like, oh, Hayden and Donnie have been chatting on the hammock for a while. Do you think we should be worried? And then they're like, nah, I don't think it's anything. Hayden's not coming after us. Alright, so Caleb and Amber had another very, very long, drawn-out discussion late last night, and Caleb was like, you know what, girl? I control the alliance, so if I say that I want you to stay, you're gonna stay. You're staying this week. You're safe. And she's like, you dingus. How do you know that they're not just saying that to you and then they're gonna do the complete opposite? And he's like, no, it doesn't feel like that. I don't think so. I'm really good at reading people. Also, Caleb admitted to Pillowgate. So there's that. That's all I have for you guys today. So join in for more drama tomorrow. And until then, much love.
Edit.